Okay, well once again I'm outside the Pioneer village here in Laidley, and I want to get some shots of the windmill behind me here. I can't find anything online that I'll be able to use that will be suitable to use, because I just can't get enough detail. And when I expand them out, it just pixelates. So I'm going to come and get some shots of this one. Yeah, I think this will do the trick. Alright. Okay, so I'm not going to film all of this because this is a real tricky type of drawing, trying to get the weather vanes or windmill vanes in the right perspective. And I have drawn windmills before, and none of them are the same. They're all on different angles, and because you're looking at the actual windmill from a different angle as well, it's not like you're looking at it, you know, straight on. So there's a lot of perspective involved. So I'm just gonna slowly just go through it. I don't think I'm going to put this piece here over here. It'll probably be over this way, so I can get a better view of it. That was just the best shot I could get. So I'm not going to bore you with all the little details, and I am going to just use my roller ruler and just see about getting. I've done it once again. I've done a grid. So I'm just going to put points where I want lines to meet up. I'm doing it this way because I do want to get it right. This is always the tricky stage, just getting it set up, keeping everything aligned. I've also got this up on my screen, and I've got it expanded right out, so I can't quite see the details on here. I can see the lines, but on my computer screen I can see it, so I can see more detail, which is great for a change. This just takes a bit of the guesswork away. You've got to make sure when you're using these rollers, these roller rollers, you keep the pressure on them, and they will stay straight. It took me a while to work that one out. I remember when I first bought this roller, I couldn't get it right. I was wasting money. And then I saw someone demonstrating how to use them. Oh, and that made sense, yes. See, if you look at these here, they're not a circle, you know. These are circles that hold them together, the wire or the steel that holds it together, but these aren't. It's mind-boggling, to be honest, how they came up with this concept. Well, mind-boggling to me. Now, like I say, I'm a great believer in using all the tools that are available. Alright, well, I'm going to do some off camera now. You can see what I'm trying to create here, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, so what I've done is I've drawn in the weather vanes, I've darkened them up. I haven't put in the tail yet. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that one, because I have seen some other designs, but I haven't gone down that track just yet. So I'm going to just try and tidy things up a bit here. There's a lot of lines. So what I did was I did a grid drawing just for this part to get the windmill right. I have done these before in the past and freehand, and they just don't look right. Now, even that doesn't look right, but that's how it actually is. So what I want to do is just start shading it. So, just using an HB pencil here. Yeah, it's amazing how, although we call them windmills, they don't mill anything. They're used as a pump to pump the water. And apparently, they were first invented in what used to be called Persia, what we know as Iran. They were used the same thing for drawing water from the bore. Over here in Australia, of course, they're everywhere. And where we live here in Queensland, in the South East, It is a huge, well, the Lockyer Valley is a huge produce growing area, and they use bore water. You still see these pumps around, well, windmills around, but not so much for the big, the big concerns. But the smaller farmer, you see them. Yeah, so we have the Persians to thank for bringing us this technology. And the company that makes them here in Australia, or in Queensland, I don't know about, well, I suppose they're all around Australia, it's called Southern Cross, and they have their head office is in Toowoomba, which is about 40 minutes from here. And one day I'd love to go up there and have a look. I don't go up that way very often because you've got a big hill to go up. Now, I mean, it's no problem getting up it. I mean, they used to take coaches up there, stage coaches. So no problem getting up there. But it is a very steep hill, all the same. I'll be adding to the detail on this as I go and get more into the drawing. At the moment, I just want to get this under drawing. Just want to get that in to start with. I'm sort of moving it with my reference photo. I'm moving with it as we go. There's quite a lot of shadow in here from the trees around it. Well, I'm not going to have trees around it. Well, at this stage, I'm not going to have trees around it, so we'll just see. We'll see what it looks like when the under drawing's all down. And then I'll get a better feel for it. This is the trickiest bit, so I thought we'll get that out of the way first. That's why I didn't film it all, because it's very, very fiddly. A lot of rubbing out. Get into the good stuff. I'll show you the good stuff. There's a lot more shading to go in here, but that's alright. I'm happy with that. So yeah, they just look so different. You think, well, how could it be all these different blades on here? But they're the same. How they turn, and every time it's turn, well, it might be stationary, but the angle that you look at is always going to be different. That's the beauty of this perspective thing. And I'm not going to make this too long. It's going to take me probably 2 or 3 videos to get it how I want it. But, as usual, I'll be using a bit of artistic license. I'm going to put an outline here. I want some bushes in here in the background. I'm going to put a water tank in. I'm not going to do too much detail on it because you wouldn't see the detail. I'll put in bits and pieces that I feel need to go in there. That's what pushes it into the wind, so it makes the windmill spin. Well, they can shut them down. They must have some sort of a brake on it. I've seen them just on a windy day. If it gets too windy, I suppose they've got too much water, they have to shut them down. I suppose that's how it would work. Anyway, I think it's about that time where I stop talking. Depending on what part of the world you're in, grab a glass or a cup of your favourite drink, put your feet up and relax, listen to some lovely music, think about the wonderful weekend ahead, and I'll see you in a few minutes. that's most of the outline and the underdrawing done. Well, the main part of it, there's still a lot of background to do yet, but I'm pretty happy where we're at, and I hope you're enjoying it just as much as I'm enjoying drawing it for you. Now, if you like what you've seen and feel you're getting some value, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share it with your friends, because if you're enjoying it, the chances are your friends are going to enjoy it just as much. And if you haven't yet subscribed but would like to, hit that red button, ring the bell, and that way you'll get notified every time a new video comes out. Now, if you are new to my channel, click on this video over here. You'll enjoy that one next. Well, that's about it this week, my friends. Have a wonderful weekend, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one. Same time, same place.